Action Comics. Superman by Jerome Siegel and Joe Shuster. As they topple like a plummet to the street below, 80 stories distant, Greer shrieks insanely the entire length of the building. As they strike the sidewalk, it bursts into fragments. Say, wasn't that fun? Let's do it again. No, I'll talk. The man behind the threatening war is Emil Norvell, the munitions magnate. You'll find him at his Lexington Park estate. Having secured the information he desires, Superman takes abrupt leave of Greer, springs to the top of the Washington Monument, gets his bearings, then begins his dash toward Norvell's residence. Meanwhile, I can't explain over the phone, Norvell, but you're about to receive a visit from the most dangerous man alive. Don't worry, Greer. I'll take certain precautions to ensure he doesn't remain alive long. 5 minutes elapse. Then, Superman steps through the window of Emil Norvell's study and calmly confronts him. Whether you like it or not, Norvell, you're coming with me. Sorry, but I have other plans. As he speaks, the munitions manufacturer surreptitiously reaches behind him to press a button on his desk. What are you holding behind you? Give it to me. All right, boys. He asked for it. Let him have it. Instantly, several panels about the room slide aside and outstep a number of armed guards. Next moment, Superman is the center of a deafening machine gun barrage. Unharmed by the rain of machine gun bullets, Superman streaks toward his would-be murderers. Good heavens! He won't die! Glad I can't say the same for you. A moment later, a dozen bodies fly headlong out the window into the night, the machine guns wrapped firmly around their necks. You see how effortlessly I crush this bar of iron in my hand? That bar could just as easily be your neck. Now for the last time, are you coming with me? Yes, yes, immediately. Several minutes later. You see that steamer? It's the Baranta. Tomorrow it leaves for San Monte. Unless I find you aboard it when it sails, I swear I'll follow you to whatever hole you hide in, and tear out your cruel heart with my bare hands. I'll be on it. Next day, an odd variety of passengers board the San Monte-bound steamer Baranta, Clark Kent and Lois Lane. Lois? Why, what are you doing here? Our editor decided to have me accompany you to the war zone and send back dispatches colored with my distinctive feminine touch. A group of sullen-faced toughs who possibly intend to enlist with one of the armies as paid mercenaries. Lola Cortez, woman of mystery, an exotic beauty who fairly radiates danger and intrigue. And Emil Norvell, who hurries pasty-faced up the gangplank and quickly confines himself to his cabin. Half an hour later, the Baranta hoists its anchor and slips out to sea, destined for one of the strangest voyages the world has ever known. It is the first night out. As Norvell nervously paces his cabin, there comes a knock at the door. He answers it. You! Yes. I thought I'd drop by and compliment you on having had sense enough to show up. A moment after Superman departs. That's him. Remember, if he dies, your reward will be fabulous. He's as good as dead right now. As Superman stands silently at the ship's rail, admiring the moonlight, he whirls suddenly at the sound of footsteps. All together now. Get him! For an instant, Superman braces himself against the rail, and in that second, it gives way. He is flung, twisting and turning into the ocean. The thugs report back to Norvell. It was simple. A little shove and he toppled overboard. Now how about that dough you promised us? You'll get nothing. Get out of here, you trusting fools, and be glad I don't turn you over to the police. Meanwhile, at that very instant, Superman, swimming vigorously, has caught up with the steamer. But instead of climbing aboard, he continues onward until the Baranta is outdistanced far behind. See you later. Next evening, a few minutes after the steamer lands, Norvell is attacked by his double-crossed henchmen. Norvell is saved by the timely appearance of Superman. Holy cats! It's him! Right, and here's where I even a little score. Superman subjects the toughs to the severest thrashing of their lives. The thugs flee before his fury. You saved me. But why? Because the fate you escaped is pleasant indeed compared to the one I have in store for you. What are you going to do to me? Nothing, if you join the San Monte army. Later, in his hotel. If I could only do something. But it's suicide to resist that inhuman creature. I know what I'll do. I'll enlist in the army, then escape at the first opportunity. After Norvell enlists. You? Yes, I joined too. I couldn't bear being parted from you. Orders from headquarters, sir. We're to move to the front. The new detachment moves in toward the battle line. What are you trying to do? Kill us both? You'll see. What I can't understand is why you manufacture munitions when it means that thousands will die horribly. Men are cheap, munitions expensive. At that instant, a shell winds overhead, then bursts. The column of soldiers drops flat to escape flying fragments. This is no place for a sane man. I'll die. I see. When it's your own life that's at stake, your viewpoint changes. Shortly later, the company pitches camp, retires. Sentries are puzzled by a dark shadow. What was that? Probably just a bird. But in reality, it is Superman speeding to a strange rendezvous. In the enemy camp. But the question, General, is how strong are our lines? Impenetrable. At that instant, a figure burst into the tent. Smile, please. Thanks. A few moments later. Gone! But he won't escape. Guards! Later that evening, Clark Kent mails a package. Where to? The Evening News, Cleveland, Ohio. The Evening News prints a picture scoop. Amazing war pictures. Generals confer. Meanwhile, Lois Lane and Lola Cortez have registered at the same hotel. I'm a reporter down here on a news assignment. And you? A wealthy traveler. At that instant, Army officers enter the hotel. What's the trouble? Official business. Suddenly panicky, Lola darts into an elevator and hides a certain document in Lois's room. An important document has been stolen. May we search the guest rooms? You have my permission. Sorry, madam. I told you that you were wasting time searching my room. The planted document is discovered in Lois's room. Sorry, we must place you under military arrest. But I know nothing of this. Sentence is passed. It is the judgment of this court that you shall be executed at dawn for espionage. But I'm innocent. Kent, in his disguise as a soldier, overhears an astounding bit of information. Have you heard? Lois Lane, a spy, is to be executed this morning. Yes, and exactly at dawn. At that very moment, Lois is being led out to her death. I tell you, you're going to kill an innocent person! Almost faster than the eye can follow, a fantastic figure streaks past mile after mile. Ready? Aim! Fire! Down. Down into the range of fire plummets Superman. Covering Lois's body with his own, he receives the shots meant for her. Shoot and be hanged! Stop! You can't do this! It's impossible! Thanks for letting me know. Superman! Right, and still playing the role of gallant rescuer. What manner of being are you? Save the questions. Finally, Superman drops toward the ground into the midst of a torturer's inquisition. You'll tell me how many men there are in your detachment, or... Let me go! What are you going to do? Give you the fate you deserve, you torturing devil. For an instant, Superman poises the torturer overhead, then tosses him away as though he were hurling a javelin. The torturer vanishes from view behind a grove of distant trees with a pitiful wail. Superman unties the torturer's captive's bonds. You're free to flee. Good luck. We owe our lives to you. Later, after depositing Lois near the Baranta, Superman advises her to return to America. But when will I see you again? Who knows? Perhaps tomorrow, perhaps never. And now to attend to Norvell. But when Superman returns to his detachment, he finds anti-aircraft guns booming. The camp is being mercilessly riddled by a bloodthirsty aviator. Die! Like crawling ants! Superman leaps to the attack. For the first time in all history, a man battles an airplane single-handed. The plane zooms towards Superman's figure, guns blazing, into a head-on crash. Its propeller shattered upon Superman's skin. The airplane falls to its doom. Norvell had witnessed the crash. Good. That finishes my nemesis. But next instant... Hello? Surprised? Superman! Still alive! Let me return to the US. I've grown to hate war. Okay, but you've got to quit manufacturing munitions. Norvell hurries aboard the Baranta for the return trip. From now on, the most dangerous thing I'll manufacture will be a firecracker. That about clears up things. Now just one more maneuver and my mission here will be finished. Shortly later, Superman emerges from a tent with the Army's commander under his arm. Later, he also kidnaps the head of the opposing army. What do you want with us? I've decided to end this war by having you two fight it out between yourselves. But we... Go ahead, fight, or I'll clean up on both of you myself. But why should we fight? We're not angry at each other. Then why are your armies battling? I don't know. Can you tell me? No. Can you? Gentlemen, it's obvious you've been fighting only to promote the sale of munitions. Why not shake hands and make up? And so, due to the conciliatory efforts of Superman, the war is halted. When Kent reports back to his editor, since you've been gone, there's been no Superman news. Maybe he's retired for good. Somehow, Chief, I've a hunch he'll make his appearance again. Soon. The end.